Big and bad and reliable. Those are three great traits that Brook Lopez brings to the table.
Pass to Hunter. Back to Young. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Kicks it out to Beasley. Outside, Antetokounmpo. No good with the triple. Here's Atlanta. It's a three-point game. And here is Capella. Here's Young. Milwaukee with the rebound. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Good handles from the 6'8" Chris Middleton. Some versatility there with that size.
Here's Murray following the basket by Chris Middleton. Hunter, no one around him. Atlanta again missing. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Bucks. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo with a great read there in the screen and roll. He knew exactly when to back off the pick.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Murray. Here's Hunter. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Looking at the Bucks, GA, they've made the playoffs every year since 2017.
And Kevin, as long as Giannis is at the helm, that streak should continue for a while. He's arguably the best player in the world. Guys want to play with this kid.
Hey, Brent, here we're looking at Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's arguably the best player right now in the NBA. Not just the NBA, worldwide.
That's a lot of space, Kevin, but you're not wrong. He is the best two-way player in the league. With his physical dominance, he impacts the game in ways that no other player can.
Now here's Murray. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez has size and great instincts. That makes him a threat to knock shots away like that.
That one drops for him. Bucks leading by 5. Lillard outside. Lopez a screen. Lillard attacking. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 5.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They double him with Giannis. Back to Bay. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Pass to Murray. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
And it's Connaughton missing.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Now here's Capella. Tries from 10. That one wide left. There's 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lillard attacking. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
For Atlanta, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Bogdanovich has suffered some injuries along the way, and it's been a bit of a stop-and-start deal for him. But when he's feeling good, and when he's in a great rhythm, man, he's an offensive force.
And here's Young. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Here's Okongwu. Pass to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich with the screen. 4 on the clock. Young, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Payne's shot is good. When it comes to the essential components of a winning team, GA, how much importance do you place on veteran leadership?
Kevin, I think it's important. You want a few guys in the locker room who've seen it all. Players who can keep the ship steady if the team kind of goes awry or has a tough stretch.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo could arguably be called the most feared slasher in league history. He says, I just tried to read the crowd, read the walls, and see where I can beat them. There's a second there that you can attack the seams and change your speed. I've done this 25 to 30 times every night, so I know what to look for. Kevin?
He definitely does, David. A master at his craft. Hey, D.A., thanks for the report.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
And what a stretch it's been, Brent, for this Milwaukee franchise. All started by the drafting of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, just identifying him is one thing, Kevin. You got to also acknowledge the work that Giannis has put in. After that, they have done a great job of building around him. Had that not been the case in Milwaukee, you have to wonder whether he would have re-upped and signed that extension with the Bucks to continue his career here, and what would have happened in free agency.
That shot by Griffin, no good. Now, Brent, when it comes to Portis, his duties have increased over the years.
And that has a lot to do, Kevin, with the defensive improvement from Bobby Portis. He puts more effort into that D, and the coaches trust him more, not just to spark off the bench.
The Hawks making a switch here. To the inside. Kicks it out to Beasley. From the arc. Rebound, Atlanta. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Antetokounmpo using his size!
That's a nice move on the bounce from Giannis, showing that the tools are getting sharper.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Atlanta making a switch here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Young for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Not much a defender can do against Giannis there.
Pass to Bay. Young left side. Hawks passing it around. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. The Hawks trail by 16. Murray outside. To the paint. Here's Capella. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. It's stolen by Capella. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the half. Down low. Beasley with the steal.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
Now here's Lillard, and it's Beasley in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Connaughton. Three-pointer, Lillard. Bay pulls it in. And it's Bay with the ball for Atlanta. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
Here's Connaughton following the basket by Trae Young.
And now a veteran in the NBA. You get the feeling every season is important to Dame Lillard.
Yeah, but I get the feeling, Greg, that it's just not enough. These individual accolades and these high-scoring season. Dame Lillard wants to play in competitive basketball late into June. So it's going to be about championships for him moving forward.
Back to Murray. His three-pointers off the mark.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
For his career, Damian Lillard, one of the best free throw shooters in the history of the league. And he gets there a lot, too.
Capella with it. And it's Young at the elbow. Latrey. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Milwaukee with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll return shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. So it's the Hawks now. They trail by 18. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Murray. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Bucks leading by 18. Here we are, Greg, watching Atlanta. This team has a lot of firepower.
And some great scores, Kevin. They don't just launch threes. They like to work for good shots inside the arc as well.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, there was quite a bit of shakeup in the Hawks front office last season amid rumors of discord. DeJounte Murray said, "There's a lot of noise, but at the end of the day, winning takes care of it all. So we need to control what we can control, continue to come together as brothers, and try to go out and win basketball games." Kevin, back to you.
All right, that's all they can do. David, thanks. And the Bucks with possession here. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. No good on the quick three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Young for 3. Murray left side. Lopez with the block. Middleton looking it over. A 3. Rebounded by Capella.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Murray outside. Pass to Capella. Shot clock at 6. Young from outside. They get it back. Hawks passing it around. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, man, easy money for Young. When someone's that wide open, he's going to turn it into a bucket.
Looking at DeJounte Murray, it's amazing, Bren, how well he recovered from a serious injury just a few years ago.
You never know how a guy is going to bounce back from an ACL injury and a complete year off from basketball, but he is back to full strength, and he has been awesome.
Murray outside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got 8 points.
Defensively, you got to try and build a wall against Giannis and cover the paint. He's too much to handle inside.
Atlanta calls timeout. The Hawks trail by 16. Young looking around. Jacks up a 3. Antetokounmpo. Pulls it in.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Bucks leading by 16. Pass to Middleton. Off target at the rim. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Hunter. And the rejection by Giannis. Beasley inside. He tries for 3. Hits it down to Middleton. Now Beasley. Over Bogdanovich. Giannis right side. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. 10 points for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Trying to improve every year, that's the goal of anyone in the NBA. Bogdanovich has great fundamentals to be able to do that.
Now here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here.
Substitution on the floor.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Lillard from outside. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 14 points.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. Now here's Connaughton. Following the miss shot by Bogdanovich.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
With 1 on the clock.
How about the length? Tough for any offensive player to deal with the like. Of Middleton with those long arms.
And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Milwaukee leading by 20. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
It's Matthews on the wing. Back to Bogdanovich. Young outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the NBA's new CBA cracking down on the top spending teams, Greg, but also the bottom spending teams.
Yeah, before teams had until the trade deadline to hit the minimum salary floor. Now they've got to be there day 1, or they lose out on luxury tax distributions, which could end up in the millions.
Well, he's a decent passer as a shooting guard. Bogdanovich getting the ball there to an open teammate.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. And Okongwu slams it in.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Number 12. DeAndre Hunter.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. The 3. Can't hit that one. Milwaukee leading by 16. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Back to Portis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on A.J. Griffin.
Well, Portis and pressure going hand in hand that time, forcing his way to the free throw line.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Bucks?
great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. In the corner, it's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
At 6'7", Hunter, nice handles there, showing him off on that possession.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
14 foul.
Here's Lillard. Lopez a screen. Lets it go from deep. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Clint Capella.
How about Lopez inside showing some smooth, fluid moves?
That one misses. Hey, Brent, the foundation of the Bucks' success has been their defense. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. They continue to dominate in the paint, but they've also made tremendous strides in how they guard the three-point line, just doing a much better job of getting out there and contesting the three.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Middleton for three. Rebounded by the Hawks. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. He gets that one.
Great court awareness by Murray, just whipping that pass right over to the wide open man.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Good work defensively by Capella. And the Hawks with the possession. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. For three, Hunter doesn't go for it. Bucks leading by 14. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Beasley. There's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Beasley's got himself on the board with three there.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 17. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. Griffin looking it over from past the arc. Mills can't hit. Bucks leading by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It felt like there was more than one of them out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Portis for three. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And the physicality that Bobby Portis brings to the game is something that his teammates really get behind. It makes him such an effective player out there, impacting the attitude of so many.
Pass to Mills. Back to Griffin. Hawks passing it around to the right side. And here's Bogdanovich for three. Rebound, Milwaukee. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Double by Bogdanovich. Lopez outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Mills looking it over. Pass to Okongwu. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. 5 seconds left in the game. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up.
I feel like Dollar.
Lavish. Lavish. I tried to give you the world, then God told me you shouldn't have it. I've been a savage, got skeletons all in my attic. Yeah. This thing ain't free if you pay him a fee, then it'll vanish. Yeah. I might just vanish to Paris. Balcony in the morning, I'll